These pieces of software have proven themselves to me as being some of the most useful tools on the market, and they just happen to be free. Welcome back to the channel, and we're gonna get right into some of the best free tools that you can use as a PC enthusiast. I don't see too many channels addressing the topic of how to test RAM, whether that's before a build to make sure that it's not DOA, or during a troubleshooting process when your system is experiencing instability. I tend to see a lot of component swapping, and that's just not practical for the average builder. Most people don't have extra components just laying around to hot swap in and see if that's what the issue is. Memtest 86 solves this issue for you by creating an easy way to test your RAM through comprehensive algorithms and test patterns that it runs against your set of RAM. Memtest 86 runs off of a bootable USB drive in its own environment, which means you don't even need an operating system to run these tests. Jump on Memtest 86's website, download the files, and follow the instructions to create a bootable drive, and then boot into that USB drive and test away. You'll get a pass or fail screen, which is a great way to determine if your RAM is a culprit in a troubleshooting process, or even just to test if your RAM is good to go out of the box before you put it into a fresh build. I'll be leaving links in the description to all of the software that I'm mentioning in this video, and go ahead and leave a comment as to what software you use as a PC builder that you can't live without. MSI Afterburner is a must-have piece of software as it allows you to squeeze every last bit of performance out of your GPU. You do this through core clock, memory clock, and voltage changes, which is all done in the UI of MSI Afterburner. It's very simple to use, and it's even something that beginners can jump in and start using. There is another piece of software that's free that you can choose to install alongside MSI Afterburner, and that's called a Riva tuner. Riva tuner is what you see all of the benchmarking people use, as this allows them to see what the FPSs are and all the different types of information that you see in those benchmarking videos. It's a great way to monitor performance increases as you're making changes in MSI Afterburner on your graphics card, so that you can see the differences before and after you make those changes. I would recommend installing both MSI Afterburner and Riva tuner, as they do benefit each other when used together. Since we're on the topic of hardware monitoring, the next piece of software is called GPU-Z from Tech PowerUp. This piece of software has all kinds of monitoring information about your GPU, and is a great way to make sure that everything is being recognized and that your GPU is running as it should. It also has a lot of graphs that you can use to monitor your GPU during games and different things like that, so that you can make sure that your overclock is going well, your temperatures aren't too high, and that you're not seeing any issues with the GPU itself. So in addition to GPU-Z, I also go ahead and grab Hardware Monitor, and I get that up and running to complement GPU-Z's information. This monitoring software has extensive information about all of the hardware in your system, from core clocks to voltages to temperatures, and there is so much information within Hardware Monitor that you can just go crazy. Moving on from monitoring software, we can now check out some benchmarking and stability testing software. Cinebench R23 and Heaven Unigine are my go-to pieces of software to test stability in my system. Whether this is right after I finish building or after I get done setting an overclock, it's a great way to see if there's any problems with the system at all. If you can get through a 30-minute test on Cinebench R23, you should have no issues with stability in everyday PC usage. If you're able to run Heaven Unigine on a long loop and there is no stability issues on the GPU side, that means that your core clock and your memory clock and your voltages are working together well, and that you shouldn't experience any issues within other games. These tools are great in assisting with overclocking to see if you actually are getting performance increases, and with Heaven Unigine, it's a great way to start seeing when artifacting is occurring, so you can start to just back off your GPU overclock right on the edge. So these tools are excellent for doing overclocking. And like I said, once you overclock, it's a great way to test the stability of your system. These pieces of software are amazing tools that help assist you get your PC tuned so that it's running in a fast and stable configuration. However, once you do get that fast and stable configuration, unless you're into tinkering, you probably aren't going to need these tools much after you are finished with that initial configuration. Now, if your system starts to crash and become unstable later on, these tools are going to become your best friends again. I mainly use these tools right after I finish a build just to verify that everything is working as it should, and like I said, to get a nice tune and a stable configuration. And then I just enjoy using my computer. I typically don't have frames per second running on any game that I'm playing, as I just want to enjoy the game for what it is. But if I want to tinker on the overclock, I'll pull these tools out so that I can see all of the changes and what's occurring in my system. And there's a part of me that just enjoys seeing those statistics. If you thought the information in this video was helpful, I have a lot of other videos on my channel that you would enjoy, and you can check out another one by clicking here. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.